Hi everyone! Welcome! You guys understand what I mean? If you guys came here from Twitter, you guys understand what I mean by like the music is calming, right? I've been listening to this while I was setting up the stream. I was like listening to this for like the past 10 minutes. And I'm like, yeah, this game is already I'm personally going to enjoy it. Not for me, 5 out of 10. Aww. Okay. But yeah, welcome everyone to the stream. Konbanwa. This is Katheryne Persik, the baker in the sunrise, force protector in the sunset, streamer in the moonlight. How's everyone's day going? Hope everyone's day is going pretty well. My day has been going a little bit tiring than I wanted to. I've been a bit tired for the past bit, but I did a little stream earlier on YouTube, just doing like a quick working stream. I did that, and then I took a nap. I took a nap, and then now here we are. Yeah, so today I am going to be playing through Moonless Moon. So to give a good idea of what the game is about, it is a text-based adventure game following a girl as she travels through a variety of different worlds. This game is developed by Kazuhide Oka and is published by Kamitsubaki Studio, which, if you know them, they're pretty much like a music group, like a music label. Yeah, and like they make, and if I remember correctly, I did a little bit of research of them a little bit. So basically, Kamitsubaki is basically like kind of like a record label that does this like does a bunch of music. They recently announced that they're going to have an anime. They recently announced that they're going to have an anime soon, which is pretty sick. And this game is also published under Yokaze, which I looked at it a little bit, and there are a indie game label. So basically, Kamitsubaki and Yokaze work together along with the developer Kazuhide Oka to create Moonless Moon. So I would like to disclose first of all that I did get this game for free to review. So that's why it's technically my first sponsored stream. Technically, Snacko is already like my first sponsored stream. However, I didn't know what I was doing earlier, but this time I'm gonna try to do it properly. So technically, this is my first proper sponsor stream. You might want to turn down the music a slight bit. Yeah, there we go. I got you. So did they decide to sponsor you based on your music trivia knowledge? I don't know. I don't know. I just like adventure games. I think from what I see from the screenshots, it looks like they're going to put the story out in like a visual novel-ish style, because there's like the portraits of like the characters, and then like there's walls of text. In the Steam page, they're still in Japanese, so I cannot really read through anything much. But I watched through the English trailer, and it's kind of basically like that. So yeah, by the way, final check for audio. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear the game? Last time someone said that the game was too loud, so I'm trying to see if the game's not loud, like kind of like loud enough, but not too loud to the point that you cannot hear. No, we can't hear you. Okay, boss. No, thank you very much for your information. But yeah, let me just go through everyone's names. Hello there, Shami. Hello. Boss, no, thank you for the first. Deadpool Witch, hello. And Priv, hello. So, yeah, is everyone ready? Is everyone ready to what are we doing? To listen to some good vibes while we look through the story. So basically, it's just from the premise of the game itself that they provided on Steam is that so basically there's this girl that we that we're going to be introduced to, and she is basically like a student, and like sometimes at night she will be like suddenly be in a different world, and that's it. That's all we got. And then I think it looks like we're gonna be experiencing stories from like these each worlds, which I'm pretty excited about. So yeah, and once again, if you guys wanted to check out the game, it's not free, but it is on 15% discount. The game is on a 15% discount. The game just came out last night. I'm not ready. Please wait 3 more hours. And I also, speaking of which, I actually like looked through the reviews before this. The runtime for the game is about like 4 hours. So I'm gonna try to see if I can finish through the game, like through the whole game today. Hopefully so. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright. Okay, are we ready? Are we ready, chat? Oh, we are ready. Okay. I'm ready. Let's go. The start button is right here. I clicked through the middle. I was being a little bit dumb. Alright. Let's see what we got. Oh, I'm gonna turn it down a little bit more. Out of the shadow of the railway bridge and into the sunsetting light she walks. It feels like stepping into a whole different world. The light shine. Oh, okay, wait. I thought like the text will pop out. The next text will pop out here. The bustle of the people coming and going around the station hits her like a sharp gust of wind. The thick fog of loneliness surrounding her is blown away instantly. The light shines right into Yomichi's eyes. Okay, assume this is Yomichi. She squints and lets the flow of people carry her forward. The station is always crowded at this time of the day. Lots of people, lots of reasons for being here. People riding on their train home, people who just arrived here, people who just stand there waiting for someone. Wah! Yomichi liked it that way. The endless stream of stimuli flooding her sight, and hearing kept her brain too busy to think. When she's surrounded like that, she almost forgets who she is. That's a huge weight off her mind. But she liked being under the bridge, or in smaller alleys just as well. One road away is all it takes. The crowd feels silenced. If you listen closely, you still hear them, but it was only a muffled roar from a distant world. You could look at the wind, trying to rip off the tattered posters on the walls, and think about yourself in peace and solitude. The night has almost arrived at the station. The sun slowly goes off to be replaced by the city's lights. Yomichi strolled, waiting for the dark. Now, the station isn't close to either her home or her school. The chance of meeting anyone she knows are very, very low. Okay, good premise. The sun disappears between the buildings, leaving the sky black. Yomichi keeps walking. The things around her lose their shadows and their silhouettes became blurry. In come the streetlights, helping those things cast shadows again. And then she loses track of where she is. She's being teleported to a different world! We're on the moon! Before she knows it, she's walking in a desert. Oh. Desert on the moon, right? It does look like it's on the moon, though. The moon's expanse of white sand and rocks spread in all directions. The sky up above is lit by endless faint stars, but there's no moon to join them. I really like I'm really liking the piano so far. I really like soft piano in general. Far away towards the horizon, a blur of light wavers like a mirage. You'd think it was a reflection on a distant sea, but she knows it's a large moon city. She has never been there, or she couldn't even guess how many days it would take to walk all the way to it. A white desert and a black sky, Those are the only two colors she can see. She feels she could walk for hours with no addition to the palette. And yet, she kept going, treading along as if on a familiar path. Familiar? Familiar. She realized something. She's not the only one. It is a silent world where cannot flow. Do we have to fill this in? Do we have to fill these in? Well, you're about to play a riddle. During riddles, click on the words on the screen to examine them further and find keywords. I am not good at riddles. This is not gonna go well. You can place keywords in the hidden slots in the sentence at the bottom of the screen. Once you correctly complete the sentence, you'll be able to move forward with the story. Resan rocks. Countless stars. Keyword. Oh, okay, I understand. Okay, so once we click on this, so we click on the blue ones, those are keywords. And like we can check out, wait, click on the words, yeah, to examine them further. Alright, I'm gonna check out rocks first. Here and there, the white sand is spotted by rocks all the same color. She tries to pick one up, but immediately crumbles into dust. But all this sand used to be solid stone once? It certainly doesn't feel that way. This place feels too quiet for time to actually move forward. Alright. I think we can put this in first. Yeah, that sounds right. Then we go to the Moon City. Yomichi squints at the buildings, wondering if people live there. But the city is too far from the dark silhouettes of people to stain the light from the windows. Even if there were people, walking all the way to them would take her days. Right. She realizes something. She's not the only one walking through the silent world where time cannot flow. We already read that. Is this where we met our first friend? The first friend that we saw in one of the screenshots? Eventually, she hears footsteps, other than her own. Oh, Yomichi! A new outfit already? Oh! Turn around, and there she is. Just bought these yesterday. Aren't they cute? Well, they're unique. She orders lazily, with her hazy eyes pointed at the print of Yomichi's shirt. But Yomichi knows that she's more interested than she shows to be. You know, I've been wondering, you live in that city over there, right, Madobe? 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 I think Madobe sounds better, not Madobe. Sorry if I got it wrong. That I do. Isn't that far? I guess you could say it is. How do you come all the way here, then? Madobe gazes at the Mirage-like city she just says she lives in. Don't you know? She asks with a sudden, impertinent smile on her face. Now what? That skipping along makes you faster. Almost as fast as light. I didn't know that. But they've seen each other before. Yomichi tries skipping, but each step still only brings her one step forward. Because of zero gravity. There's the lack of gravity in the moon. Well, not really zero gravity, I'd say. The gravity is a lot. Oh! Kore. What's this? Oh! Wait, I should move my cursor away. blast this up real quick. What in the anime am I watching? It's in the game! Wow. I didn't want to talk over the music because I want to appreciate it. That's pretty good. Watch the Outline Seaside music video. That is a music video. Outline Seaside. Oh no, the credits are covered. No, I'm sorry. Music video arrangement, Harha, singer Kahoka, movie Tamago. I really like the let me lower the volume again. Apologies. The music, I really like the music. I really like it. And I think like what I would say about the MV itself, right? I really like those slow, like kind of like slow like animation, and then like simple shading, and then also like excessive like, I don't know how to say it. I don't know what the phrase is. It's like the line art style of it. It's like one of those that I really like. It looks like pencil-ish? Pencil-ish? Like, I don't know what the right words are. But like, it doesn't look as clean. Like, it's not as clean as like a proper anime art style, you know? Like this art style you actually see in like actual anime. It's really pretty. I'd say it's really pretty. And then like I think like the fact that putting this at the start really sets the expectation for me for like the other ones, because there's next story. Yeah, it's messily refined. Yeah, that's the right way to put it. Hi, Izzer, welcome. I'd say like I said again, seeing the music video and like hearing the music right now, I think it sets my expectation for the next stories. I don't know, man. But I'm really enjoying it so far. Right. Are you ready for the next one? What? We're back home. Back to our home world. Once school is over, Yomichi chooses her shirt for the day, puts it on, and leaves the house. You can still see the sun in the sky. It's pitch black, but thanks game. Her destination is a park not far from her home. It's a small park in a residential area, with a little to boast other than a rusty slide and a dirty bench. A sad place she's never seen children play in. She sits on the slide ladder and pulls out her phone. It's not worth it to risk the bench, considering how it's almost always wet. Friends from her class are talking about next week's test in a group chat. They ask if she remembers what was supposed to be in the test, to which she replies with a simple, "Nope." But what little sky is left uncovered by the old houses around the park starts turning red. Eventually, night comes. The shadows inside the park merge with the darkness outside. You're being teleported to a new world. As the wind seems to take away the last ray of light still hitting the city. Oh, wait. Yomichi finds herself standing inside a dark tunnel. It's dark in front of her, dark behind her. It's dark all around. Once her eyes got used to the darkness, she noticed there's a very faint light seeping in through the top of the tunnel. It's a green light. Not quite sunlight, not quite fluorescent lamplight. She stretches and starts walking through the tunnel she already knows so well. Oh, she has been here before then. When night falls, she finds herself in new worlds. She doesn't even remember when this all started, but she's pretty sure it didn't used to happen when she was a little girl. It probably was around the time she entered middle school. In any case, if she's alone at night, she'll suddenly get transported to some unusual place. Is it just her mind traveling? Is her body also coming along for the ride? She has no idea. At first, she thought they were just weird dreams. Then, she started worrying she was going insane. But eventually, she got used to it. She can't predict where she will be transported, or when, but she doesn't get surprised anymore when it happens. It's like a normal occurrence. It's just a normal Tuesday for me, you know. She has made friends through these travels, and now she can even walk through an eerily lit tunnel without a care. There are openings in the concrete walls. They're large enough for someone to walk through. Voices come out to them, shouts, whispers. After going past a few of these openings, she finally finds the one she was looking for, marked by an unassuming sign hanging from top of it. She crouches and walks inside. Okay, where are we going? What? Wait, is this a bar? Good evening, she says. Oh, hello there. Ooh! Hi! The apron-wearing young man behind the counter smiles at her. I assume she's of age to be in a bar, right? That's a bar, right? There aren't any other customers tonight. Shortly after she sits in front of the counter, the bartender serves her a cup of coffee. Along with the steaming cup, he hands her a shallow glass container. It kind of looks like an ashtray, but it isn't one. Yomichi is too young to smoke anyway. Oh, she is not of age. Okay, yeah, alright, good to know. She's like around high school then? Yeah, she's around high school. She slides the container to right below her face and looks into it. It's empty and polished to a mirror sheen. Ooh, the music's getting jazzy. She grabs the cup and takes a sip. Yomichi never particularly liked coffee. She got used to the aroma because her parents drank it every morning. But no matter how many times she tried it, she just couldn't enjoy that bitter taste. The coffee they served here, however, was the exception. The flavor was rich and complex, and you didn't need any sugar or milk to mask the bitterness. One time, she even asked the bartender if he did anything out of the ordinary to make it taste like that. And he replied, "Nothing special. She knew that it was a humble way to tell her that he puts in a lot of effort in juicing the beans and extracting the coffee, while also implying that there was no secret ingredient. Oh, silent gestures. Somewhat. The coffee as bitter as and deep in flavor as usual. After one sip, she puts the cup back on the counter. As she enjoys the aftertaste, you notice that tears have started streaming down her cheeks. Oh no. She wasn't sad, nor happy enough to justify tears. The coffee flavor was comforting, yes, but that was no reason for crying. And yet, every time she tasted the coffee here, she felt so warm inside that she ended up crying. She stares blankly in front of her, waiting for the tears to subside. After traversing her whole face, the tears dropped down and into the glass container. That was the currency here, this world. Okay. That's interesting. The bartender gives you coffee and you pay him in tears. She has seen other customers here before and they all did the same thing. They filled the glass container with tears even when they were in the middle of a pleasant conversation. Once they were done, they give the container back to the bartender. That happened in all of the shops inside this tunnel world. There was no money, except for tears. She thinks that it's nothing about the coffee making her cry. Just the way this world works. In her day world, you cry when you feel moved. Here, you cry when somebody gives you something. Oh, that sounds so... Oh. She feels that the bizarre rules of any world she visits also apply to her for as long as she stays there. The same was true for the moon world where she made Madobe. He could breathe just fine despite having no air to breathe. Moving from a world to the new changes... Oh, sorry. Moving from a world to the next changes a lot of things. But the thing is, you get used to pretty much anything eventually. At first, crying in front of people felt extremely embarrassing, but now she doesn't mind it much. Because in this world, it isn't much. Because it's a currency. She turns her teary eye upward and sees the bartender cleaning a cup. Now, she never speaks of her world while she's in the shop, but the first time she found herself here, she has started talking about it. The bartender wasn't in the least bit surprised, but he also looked like he could not care less. He treated every customer the same, regardless of who they were and where they came from. That was his policy. True, no favoritism in my house. That made her feel comfortable, which is why she often came back and started following that rule herself. Mind if I talk to you, Hoshi? She has forgotten how she came to know this, but the bartender's name is Hoshi. Of course, nobody ever bothers asking that, you know? Is it weird? I'm sorry. I'm not used to this kind of place. Oh, don't worry, I'm not used to it either. He turns towards her with a look of genuine confusion on his face. How long have you been doing this? About half a year. Really? But the first time I came here was about half a year back. I probably just started then. That's surprising. There were a lot of people who looked like regulars at the time. They're just people who like looking like They're just people who like looking like regulars. I even get first-time customers asking for the usual. And what do you serve them then? I just guess. And they don't complain? Oh, they don't. They have no idea what they want either. By the way, do you mind if I have something to drink too? Sure, go ahead. Hoshi crouches down and opens the cabinet below the counter. What were you doing before opening this place? Good question. What was I doing? Music, I think? I probably made a living out of music. So, you were a musician? You couldn't say that. That's so cool. It isn't really. I only lasted a year or so. Still cool. So you did something else before that? Before that, I drifted around for a couple of years. He stands back up and places a bottle of orange liquid on the table. It looked like liquor at first glance, but it actually is orange juice. Most people around here do it. They work for a few years and they use that money to travel for a few years. Mostly, we're trying to get to the end of the tunnel. And when we're out of money, we find a new job nearby. Rinse and repeat. Yomichi looks at the reflection of her face on the bottle. I just opened up shop here because I found this place empty. The bottles and such were all here to begin with too. So it was already a coffee shop before you came here. Yes. Everything here belongs to someone else. The glasses, the apron, everything. Is there anything you brought here then? My clothes, I guess. I don't bring anything with me when I travel. Isn't that scary though? Hoshi stares at Yomichi. How so? I mean, you have no idea where you'll end up tomorrow. Indeed. Well, do you? I don't. Just thinking about what Hoshi has just said makes Yomichi feel uneasy in a way she can't quite put into words. The first thing she could come up with was talking about how her dreams for the future. I guess I'll just find a job and keep working there forever. In the meantime, I get married and then get old. Normal stuff? Isn't that what everyone worries so much about the future? If everyone lived as really as you do, there'd be no point in worrying at all. You have a point. I can't say I ever worry about it. All I can do is deal with the present. I kinda like Hoshi's thinking process. He likes to live in the moment, I'd say. He's living in the moment. He doesn't worry too much about the future. Hoshi pours the orange juice into a tall glass. The juice is cloudy and the color is uneven. That doesn't mean it's not a good choice for you. Finding a single place to work and sticking it could work. I get bored really fast though. You really are the carefree type. Doesn't that make anything easier? Yomichi isn't so sure about that. She isn't even sure there is a correct way to that question. While Hoshi's lifestyle sounds easy, she couldn't help but feel worried about having no clear path in her life. In her case, that sense of uneasiness would be stronger than the enjoyment she could get out of it. But maybe, a few years from now, she'll see this with different eyes. At least, all the people around these parts are like this. They just can't stay put in a place and grow roots. They just go with the flow. Like water. It's nice not to have to think about where you'll end up next. Yomichi is starting to get convinced about the merits of that lifestyle. So, you'll move out of here eventually? I sure will. When I get bored of it, or when I have enough money set aside, whichever comes first. Well, that's sad. Why? I'm sure this place will get a new bartender in no time once I'm gone. The look of genuine confusion on his face makes Yomichi realize that for the people of this world, this is a normal way to think about things. Say, what's at the end of the tunnel? No idea, but I've never seen anyone come back after getting to the end, so I'm sure there's something. Which way is the end? To the right as you left the shop. Hoshi empties the cup of orange juice in one go before making an utterly terrified face. This no good. Shouldn't be this sour. Yomichi laughs. Oh, are we back to doing more riddles? As a blank slowly rises out of the cup, she hears the blank opening behind her. It is only the two of them in the shop. The only sound is the faintly playing record. You can't even hear any voice coming from the neighbors. You can see the steam coming out of the coffee cup. When she's here, she finds herself staring at things she normally wouldn't even notice. Okay. I've never been to the shop near this one. What is it? I wonder, I've never been there myself. Hoshi says while staring at the wall. It could be empty. Or maybe just an apartment. Oh, there's more. Okay, wait. Wanna look at the others first. Record. What's this song? Yomichi asks after seeing the record player spinning in the corner of the room. Who knows? I just found it here. Hoshi replies without a hint of interest. It's just a random... Oh! I think that's not the keyword we're looking for though. Let's check this one. And then this one. There are also people just living here? Oh yes, sometimes we need a break. I'm not open every day either. If they don't have a sign on the door, it probably isn't a shop. I think the second one is door. So we're gonna... Oh, there's more! Was the sign also here to begin with? Oh no, I made that myself. Really? Wait, what did it look like again? Don't force yourself to remember. I'm not that proud of it. This time they don't really highlight it. You have to like hover over the texture, so... You can see where the steam coming out the coffee cup. When she's here, she finds herself staring at things she normally wouldn't even notice. So we have 4 keywords. Wait, can we use this one? As the steam slowly rises out of the cup, she hears the door opening behind her. That makes sense. Right? Right? That should be. Yeah, okay, we got it. Nice. As the steam slowly rises out of the cup, she hears the door opening behind her. Oh, are we back to another MV? Or is this another cutscene? The shop door opens and 2 customers walk in. Seeing this, Hoshi gets back to working. All the other customers do just as Yomichi. They drink their coffee, they pay with their tears, and they don't really talk about themselves. He doesn't know whether they are travelers from this world like Hoshi, or people who stumble in here from another world. But she does know that nobody here would care either way. She's sneaking a glance at the customers as they order their drinks in between chatting. Suddenly, her phone buzzes in her pocket. She is disappointed. She hasn't even finished her coffee yet. She looks at the screen and sees a text from her parents. What time are you coming home today? The usual short question. Oh! Ginny! Thank you for the raid! Hello Raiders, my name is Katheryne Persik. Baker in the sunrise, force protector in the sunset, streamer in the moonlight. How was your stream? Hope you had a good stream. What's the name? What were you doing? Ring fit? I was ring fit! Are you fit yet? Were you fit? You had a good time? That's great! But yeah, Ginny, if you need to rest up, feel free to rest up. I know streaming is very tiring. Especially if you came from ring fit. Oh my god. So if you need to rest up, feel free to do so. But hi, hello there Raiders, my name is Katheryne Persik, Baker in the sunrise, force protector in the sunset, streamer in the moonlight. I am currently playing through Moonless Moon, a game by Kamisubaki Studio, Yokaze, and Kazuhide Oka. And I received this game from free from Neon Noroshi, so I'm currently playing this game to review. But I'd say so far the experience is great. The experience is great so far. I think we're only about like 30 minutes into the game so far, and I'm already enjoying it. Yeah, I'm really liking the OST. The soundtrack. I need a shower like ASAP. I feel gross. Yeah, get a shower in. Feel fresh. Yeah, thank you for the raid once again, Ginny. I appreciate it. Thank you. Alright. Where was I? What time are you coming home today? The usual short question. She turns off the screen with a sigh. Oh. When she looks up, she sees Hoshi pouring a fresh cup of coffee, and his hands are perfectly still. Actually, everything is perfectly still. Even the faces of the other customers and the liquids dropping from the coffee siphon. It's like being inside a painting. Whoa. Is time frozen? By the way, I haven't caught up with you in a minute, so I haven't seen this model. It's super cute. Thank you! Yes, this is my 3.0 model that I debuted like last April. Hi, Adrian! Welcome. The shop she felt so comfortable and now gives her that kind of anxiety you get when meeting it with a complete stranger. So when everything is perfectly still, does this mean the time stops? Then everything starts moving again. Instants later, it all silently crumbles. It's like a sandcastle being destroyed or like fog being blown away. Everything around her, as if it was made from something lighter than sand, but heavier than fog, gets blown away by a wind that goes to nowhere in particular. It all collapses, melts together, and disperses is so thin that you can't see it anymore. But I'm gonna go. Have a great stream. Thank you, Ginny! Hope you have a good rest of your day! Yeah, I think the way you describe it, it kind of like how like the game wanted to capture that feeling, because you're definitely in a world that, okay, you may know about this world, but it's still quite foreign to you. And also, we're not in a bar, we're in a coffee shop. The hell is this? This is a game! It's a chill, very chill game compared to the other ones we played before. Well, yeah, I finished this line. When she tried to touch the still half-full cup of coffee in front of her, it disappears after she has tried to grab a puff of smoke. Oh, Dan is snapping. Oh! She is sitting by herself on the bench in the park she was in before. A lone streetlight coldly shines down on her. Her pants are wet because of the bench. How did we get on the bench? We were on the slides ladder before. Does her body move by itself when she's in a different world? This is like a visual novel? I'd say somewhat. The music is the OST. Backstreet, composer Kazuya Morita. Alright. I guess not every story has an MV. Understandable. I think like it would be pretty overkill if there's like MVs everywhere all the time. But it's okay. Next. Yomichi loves drinking coffee in the tunnel shop. She likes the eeriness of the tunnel. She likes how she'd end up crying even without any strong emotion. And she likes the way the bartender talks. We're back on the moon. She likes the moon world where Madobe lives just as much. How do you skip? What? You can't skip? It's not like I can't. Yomichi skips 3 times and overtakes Madobe. See, I can do it, but it's just normal skipping. Let's not think about being faster than light. Seeing other people skip is kind of funny. Sheesh. What she likes the most is strolling through that empty landscape while making small talk. When she's doing that, she feels more at home than when she's in her actual living room or when she's talking with her classmates at school. She rarely speaks to Madobe about her life in the day world, but she feels like the kind of person that you could talk about anything with. Yes, she can talk about what she really wants to with Madobe. Aww, they're good friends. They're really good friends. I ship them. They're really... They're really cute together. Skipping is like, well, do you ever watch videos on your phone? Yeah, of course. And you can skip ads and such, right? Well, we kinda used to, Madobe. I'm gonna be really honest. It used to be like that, Madobe. Not as much as it used to be. Yeah? It's the same thing. You instantly move forward in time by skipping. Wait, that's also skipping, but is that what you meant? It is! Madobe laughs so hard that she squints. She looks like she's having so much fun that Yomichi can't help but laugh as well. She knows that Madobe makes no sense most of the time. Maybe she's doing it on purpose. Maybe it is the rule of this world. Just like the weird rules in the tunnel world, and Yomichi as a newcomer doesn't get it yet. It does feel like it's kind of like embodying escapism, because like the story so far, from what we know, is that Yomichi, the girl on the right, this is Yomichi. I assume this is Yomichi. This is Madobe. And the guy that we saw earlier is Hoshi. Yomichi is like it's like a normal girl that I assume is on Earth. He lives in, from the game art, it looks like she's living in like the Tokyo area, Shibuya area, and she lives a normal life, right? She lives a normal life in the day, and then like at night, she will be randomly transported to different worlds, like without her knowing what world she's going to. So every world is like going to be like something random. But then she also does visit some worlds multiple times as well. And she has been doing this more often since middle school. It wasn't as often when she was younger, but we don't really know how she got these powers to begin with. Is bro on the moon? Looks like it. Looks like it. Right. Stars. What even is this world? Why is she here? Yomichi has no clue. Walking around in here makes her feel at ease, but with a faint melancholy I cannot talk! Aftertaste. This world she stumbles into disappears at the drop of a hat. All it takes is her phone ringing, or even just thinking too hard about the day world. And all goes away like fog in the wind. When the moment she starts thinking about the outside world, the world she came from, it all just fades out. She just comes back to her senses. She can come back eventually, but Shiri has no say in the matter. Maybe tomorrow, when the sun sets, she won't actually get transported anywhere. Lately, she wonders whether it's okay for her to be in these places after all. Thinking that the fun she has chatting with Madobe could suddenly end forever is as sad as it is scary. Moreover, the thought of that she only feels at home in these weird, ethereal, ephemeral places is just as scary. Would she be fine if she lost the ability to visit them? Probably be not. These worlds are already something that she cannot live without. Escapism. So she's just crazy? I don't think so. This is basically it's either she has powers, or yeah, or maybe some other things. I think it looks like we're gonna learn more about it as we go along. Running away from responsibilities, or running away from real-life insecurities and problems, yeah. There is another thought that she tries to shove away from her mind. Maybe she is the one who created these worlds. Children take in the stories of books and TV shows and start creating things in their imagination. Worlds where they are rescued by charming prince, or where they live a laid-back rural life in the forest. Could it be that she walked into a figment of her imagination? That would mean that no part of what she sees is now real. She would just be creating pleasant delusions to escape reality. Maybe one day, she will have to forget about these worlds. Maybe she'll find somewhere in the day world where she feels at home and can live a normal life just like everyone else. But that day could very well be today. Still, she can't say goodbye to Madobe. She keeps half listening to her weird, possibly fake tales with a smile on her face. Or OST stuff. Yes, I can chat. Let me mute real quick. If I can mute. Hey, don't fight in the chat, by the way. I had to check on stuff. Apologies. Yeah, just making sure. Don't fight. I'm just trying to make sure. Just don't take it too seriously, everyone. This is just a game. Hi, Kat. Enjoying the game? Hi, Kala! The music's pretty good. I'm enjoying the music. I also like the art style, but I think at the moment I'm really liking the OST a lot. I think it's because I really like calm music, to be honest. Like, especially like, I think in like this game is really perfect to be played like during nighttime. Have you guys ever thought of like playing according to the vibe of the day? Like, I don't really see myself playing this game in like the daylight. I don't see myself playing this game at the ass crack of dawn. Sad game? I'd say it's like a game that makes you think about things. This more of a visual novel, if anything. Well, if they say it's a game, it's a game. I'm going through with it. Fight, wait a sec, I'm a mod. Don't fight, guys. God damn it, bro. But yeah. I really like the music so far. I prefer to play this game at night. I think it's like if you want to have something chill and then like it's like nighttime, and this is the perfect game. Won't say sad, but more so really ethereal, but not at the same time. It was like 9 p.m. for me. It's like around 11 p.m. Any voice acting in the game? There is actual music with singing. Not in all of them. Not in all the story parts. But there is actual music with singing in it. Because once again, Kamitsubaki is... I think it's a music label. They gotta throw in some vocal songs in there somewhere. So, right. Let's move on with the next story. Let's see where Yomichi takes us next. Oh, Yomichi, welcome. New character question mark? Cutie! When she walks into the small chimney-crowned hut, Yomichi is greeted by a lady who was busy making soup. The lady covers the soup pot with a lid and opens a cabinet nearby. The shelves are full of all kinds of things, seemingly in layers, with the one at the bottom looking as old as the shelves themselves and getting more and more newer looking the closer to the top they get. The lady gets a small box from near the top of the cabinet and places it on the table in the center of the hut. There are a fireplace, a cabinet, and a table. There is also a small bed and a window that you can see on the sky through. That is all the furnishing of this tiny brick hut. Yomichi looks at the box. It is a small wooden box with a glass cover. Inside of it, there is a single butterfly with beautiful green wings. The butterfly does not move. It is a replica. Yomichi takes the box in her hands and gazes at how the light reflects off the butterfly's wings. Once satisfied, she puts it back on the table and sits on one of the 2 chairs there. "Wanna eat something since you're here?" says the lady after going back to the pot. "Thanks, just a bit though," she replies. The lady with a childish laugh takes 2 shallow bowls out of the cabinet. Childish. That word felt somehow rude. Isn't that like a slight fourth wall break? With her shoulder-length wavy hair and her simple dress, the lady looks just as young as Yomichi. For her calm and subtly refined demeanor. Ugh. Sorry. Makes Yomichi think that she is in fact a lady, quite a few years older than her. "Can I ask you something, Ito?" "Of course," she softly replies. The hair hides her face, but Yomichi can guess that she is smiling. Everyone, including Yomichi, calls this lady Ito. But as this turns out, this is not her real name. She doesn't even have a real name. She doesn't need one. That is what she told Yomichi when the 2 first met. Feels like library moments again. It's kinda nice. We chill together, chat. Why would someone living alone in a small hut need a name for? It's not like there's anyone calling for her. Except, of course, for occasional guests like Yomichi, who resorts to calling her Ito. Yomichi has to wonder what it feels like to live without anyone ever calling your name. Why do you have cherries and dishes in pairs even though you live alone? Ito hands a bowl of soup to Yomichi, and then sits down on the other side of the table. The soup glistens as if it was liquid gold. Because I got guests sometimes, like you, right now. She laughs once again. The extent of her elegant and refined demeanor ended when she opened her mouth. Somehow, to Yomichi, the way she spoke felt like the purest, most unadulterated way to speak. It had the purity of someone who naturally picked up on words by living alone in the hut. Oh, but come to think of it, it's because I used to live with my mom here. Oh no, okay. You have a mom? Of course, I didn't grow in a cabbage field. Referencing every single baby, where does the baby come from cover up? Yeah, the baby came from a cabbage field. We opened the cabbage in the fields. like there's a giant cabbage, and then like you open it up, boom, baby. No, yeah, I mean, so what about your dad? Ito shakes your head. That I don't have. Did he pass away? No, I just never had one. It's just mothers who give birth to us by themselves. Actually, I know it sounds weird, but that's how it is. Wow. Yomichi assumes that this is just another way in which this world's rules are different from her own. She knows that there are all kinds of worlds, and Ito is probably the only inhabitant of this one. All the guests that come to visit her do so from other worlds. So there's other people that are kind of like Yomichi. This is actually how Yomichi first learned that there are other people able to travel between worlds, not that she ever run into one. Yomichi brings a spoonful of soup to her mouth. The gold liquid tastes as precious as it looks. The large pieces of carrot and potato are cooked to perfection and melt in her mouth. Wow. Soup. Are all these veggies from your field back there? Oh, yes, I grew all of them myself. That's impressive. I only grew what I need to eat. I also use some ingredients that people bought me from the Boilion though. I only have sheep around here. People as in... yes? Yes, sometimes they bring me stuff, like that butterfly. Ida points at the small wooden box with her gaze. This isn't the first time someone has given Yomichi a replica like this. Can I ask about that? Go ahead, as long as there are questions I know the answer to. Who brought you this, and why? Did they ask you to give it to me? As for who, I can't quite remember. It wasn't even that far back, but I just forgot. My usual smile makes it difficult to tell whether she's avoiding the question or she genuinely doesn't know. So like, does this game have any gameplay or is it just mostly reading? I think it's mostly reading. And like, basically the gameplay is that you need to fill in the blanks. They call this game like riddles, so basically you have to fill in the blanks, and like the only clues you got are like from the dialogues. And then you have to like examine deeper into it. And I was told to give this. Yes, but probably not to you specifically. If I recall correctly, I was told to give this to the next person to visit me. After swallowing the soup, Yomichi goes back to staring at the butterfly's wings. Sometimes people from other worlds give her insect replicas. Nobody ever told her the reason behind it or why there are insect replicas specifically. All they tell her is to bring them back with her. They aren't even gifts per se. She's just keeping them for someone else, apparently. She had no clue where these replicas came from and where they were supposed to go, but she still went ahead and took them. Maybe this is yet another weird rule from another world. Still, it's a very small price to pay for this good bit of soup. Hope I must be too stupid to see the enjoyment of something. I'd say the enjoyment of the story. See? Alright, we're getting some gameplay now. Though, I think I'll wait for the ads to end. Yeah, I guess you can say it like that. You can say it like that. You can say it like that. The enjoyment is in the story and the music and the visuals, I'd say. That's why like people that enjoy like games, they're very subjective. So people are mostly there for the gameplay. Some people are mostly there for the story, novel, etc, etc, etc. I understand that some people here from my community, people may not be used to me watching me play like what's the name? Play visual novels as much, because my past games, my past logs, right? There are basically games that have a lot more gameplay than like visual novels in general. I played through like if I remember correctly, the truck simulator games. I played through Honkai Star Rails and La Zone. They still have a huge chunk of dialogue, but there's still some gameplay going on. And then also what's the name? Yeah, mostly games that basically have a significant amount of gameplay. So I understand that this is not a cup of tea for you. So so yeah. So looking at the blink reflected into the soup, Yomichi takes the blink in her hand. Alright. The sunlight coming in through the window and the flames roaring the fireplace enshroud the hut in a gentle light. The corners of the hut are always left in the shadow, but here, even that feels cozy. The furniture is only comprised of the bare minimum. A table, a cabinet, a fireplace. Even though she looks like she has a lot of free time on her hands, Ito never looks bored. There's a couple of words that we can look through. We can examine it for the window, fireplace. And what about these? More fireplace? Time. Okay. Well, at least there's nice music. I think this is what this game is aiming for. Music. Music and story in particular. I think that's what the game is aimed for. So I'm looking at it from that. Basically from that. So basically from that angle the whole time. That's why it looks like I'm still enjoying it despite the lack of gameplay. Once again, reminding that we shouldn't fight in the chat. Please tone down being mad at each other. Thank you. If you don't need to defend me. It's fine. I understand this is not a game for everyone, so. But it also, at the same time, please be respectful. I'm just playing whatever I like, okay? Okay, to fully disclose on how I got this game for free, I requested the Steam key, by the way. I basically requested a key from the developers. Okay? So calm down, everyone. Calm down. Alright. The glass panes on the window are perfectly clean, but the scene behind them looks distorted. Glass is a liquid. It just kind of distorts over time. Ito explains. For real? Who knows? But I heard someone say it was. I don't remember how windows are made, but I remember, like, you know, like those faces, like the people that make faces. They're like starting. They're made from like the material went from liquid first. It's like very hot liquid, and then like it just kind of hardens over time. I don't know if windows work the same way. Hey, listen, I am the one starting it. I know. Let's just have fun. Which windows we're talking? Right over here! These windows. Are you thinking about Windows 10? Windows 11? I don't know. Glass. Holly, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the bakery. Is there any words that we can observe in this one? Now we're talking Windows XP. Wow. Alright, you guys are just jinxing each other. Alright, I'm gonna claim that. Let me look into fireplace. A crackling sound comes from fireplace. Its wavering light dances on the ceiling. I'll claim that. Do you cut the firewood yourself? Rarely. Some guests just bring it to me. It's usually already the right size. So it's not from here. Of course, there are no trees here. What? Eat good, SMH. If you got trees in the field behind your house, can you do without people bringing wood to you? I wonder. I feel that even if I planted trees there, they wouldn't grow. There have never been trees there after all. Yoichi wonders if the wooden spoon in Ito's hand was also brought here from another world. Claim that. This also, yeah, the same. What do you do in your free time? I spin the wool from the sheep to make thread and such. That doesn't really sound like free time, doesn't it? Alright, we have a lot of keywords to go through. I'm gonna grab the Spoon. What reflects into the soup? Is it... I'm going to make a good guess. It's either between ceiling, flames, or glass. Seeing that there are choices, are there different endings? Yes, they do have different endings. They have mentioned that they have multiple endings to go through. I think the way to choose the different endings, it really depends on like how you fill in the gaps. Is it? Imagine it looking at the spoon reflected into the soup. Yomichi takes the spoon. I was gonna say let bro watch and find out, but meh. They did say, I mean they did say in the game description that there are multiple endings, yes. So I do know. Yes, they do have multiple endings. Minecraft Story Mode Anime Edition. I guess you could say that. I guess you could say that was the case. Oh man, I hope they re-release Minecraft Story Mode again. I heard Telltale is brought back up. I don't know. I don't know if I misheard or anything like that. I hope they bring Minecraft Story Mode again. It's pretty good, and I'm sad that they don't really have any way for you to get it anymore. All right. The village is only comprised of the bare minimum. Let's see. Do you think when you look at the soup? Do you... So, imagine the reflection. What do you notice in the reflection? Either... It's most of the time, the most logical answer is the ceiling, right? But what if it's the shadow? Because it's like a... I may be overthinking it. I may be overthinking this. Right? Put ceiling. Oh, this will be ridiculous if that's the case. Looking at the ceiling reflected into the soup, Yomichi takes the spoon in her hand. Followed by Ito's warm gaze, Yomichi takes another spoonful of soup. Ito? Yeah? You know that there are worlds other than this, right? Obviously, yes. I'm the only person living in this one, she replies. The words themselves were blunt, but her voice was gentle and her smile kind. You also came from another world, didn't you? Yomichi nods slightly. Don't you ever want to go somewhere? See other worlds? Not really, she immediately replies. Why not? Well, why would I? Why do you think I want to do that? Because in other places there are other things? Oh, I bet there are. But I don't really feel like I want to go and see them. Comfort zone. Yomichi worries she might have been unintentionally being rude to her. Or her. But the gentleness in Ito's voice just makes her too comfortable. What if those things were better than what you have here? Yomichi asks her questions without much confidence. After all, she's not sure she's even seen any place better than this one. There's probably isn't one. She wishes there were and hopes that she'll be able to find it in one of the many worlds that she hasn't been to yet. Sometimes people will ask me that. Ito replies with a gentle, somewhat aloof voice. But I just can't imagine a place more wonderful than this. What does that even mean? A larger place? A place with more stuff in it? No matter what I imagine, what I have here seems better. Being too comfortable in your comfort zone, Ito! You're being too comfortable in your comfort zone. I like how cozy it is, and I have all I need. Of course, maybe I just say this because I don't know what's this actually outside. Yomichi doesn't know how to reply to that. One time, I said the very same thing to someone. They replied that they feel for me. Poor little thing, they said. I don't get it. I'm not sure why anyone would feel for me. Do you think I'm wrong, Yomichi? Me? Well, Oh, I'm not being sarcastic. I genuinely want to know. Should I really try to go somewhere? Would I find something better than what I have now? And mind you, I really can't imagine what better even means. She smiles at Yomichi, who can see her own reflection in Ito's eyes. They are bright and clear. Staring to them almost makes Yomichi feel inadequate. I'm sorry, I don't know. Yomichi looks down and finishes her soup. Ito, looking content, puts an elbow on her table and rests her chin on her hand. The whole world is this hut. The field behind it, and the small garden all around. It is complete in itself. She doesn't know about anything else and doesn't wish for anything else. If she traveled and found new, wonderful things that she could start wishing for, would that make her happier? Yomichi thinks to herself while staring into the empty bowl. Ito is staring out of her one little window. I wonder if I should be more ambitious. Outside the window, the peaceful panorama seems to go on and on forever. After parting with Ito and leaving the hut, Yomichi stands outside, unsure what to do. He is in the middle of a lush green prayer. Ito's small brick hut is like an island in an ocean of grass, except for the small field behind the hut and the tiny stream flowing beside it. There is nothing but grass. No towns, no mountains, just grass. Yomichi is touching more grass than all of you. And probably me. And she's not even in her own world. Okay. The breeze feels nice, and the sky looks as wide as it could ever be, but the prayer and the stream don't actually go on forever. This is what has left Yomichi so confused. Not too far away from the hut, both just stop abruptly. This actually was an island in the sky. A small patch of ground with an even smaller hut in the middle of it is the extent of Ito's world. Yomichi can go back. There's no back to go to. She walks away from the hut and lies down on the grass. Anyhow, how you been? Doing pretty good. I did say that after the short working stream I did on YouTube earlier, I took a nap. So that's why. To say the truth, Yomichi knows how to go back. She could just text a classmate on her phone or think about the homework she has to turn in tomorrow. That would send her straight back to her own world. But she wants to stay here just for a little longer. She wants a little more of that sunlight coming in through the sparse clouds, of the fresh smells of the grass, of that not quite wind, not quite breeze. She loves this world. It does feel like it's pretty calm. I feel very calm being here. I feel like it's at peace. Like even Ito is she's satisfied enough to be here. Even though like she's giving off the vibes of like she's too into her comfort zone. But then again, maybe because she doesn't know much about the outside. And basically it means that this place is already good on its own. And I'm like, I get it. Like the visual is really capturing that. The sunlight has never felt so pleasant in the day world. He has never laid down on the grass there. He loves the moon, the tunnel, the island, and the sky way more than the day world. She isn't that uncomfortable in the day world. She has kind friends and teachers at school. Her parents, as far as she can tell, are always putting her first. The way they're always asking when she's coming home is a bit annoying, but she understands that they do it because they love her. It's an average, happy environment to live in. But nowhere in that world can she find a place as comfortable as this deserted prayer. Nor can she find anyone she can talk to as freely as she can with Madobe. To her, this fact feels wrong. She is scared that one day she will wake up from this dream and will have to go on living bound to just one world. That is the world she was born in. She has no choice but to live in that one. I shouldn't be wasting time like this, she tries to persuade herself. Wonder how it would be like if someone had powers like this. Escapism, baby! She feels the world around her growing distant. Feels like she doesn't belong. She feels sad about laying down here. She tries to shake off those feelings, but she can't. Suddenly, everything crumbles into dust and fog. She thinks back about her homeworld And then like boom, it's gone. And then like she snaps back to reality. Snap back to reality. Something like that. I don't know. The whole world turns to sand and disappears. But she feels that she is the one crumbling. After all, the only thing that is disappearing is what her, Yomichi, sees. After everything has completely disappeared, she finds herself staring at the shining star in the sky. She is laying down on the rooftop of her apartment. The pleasant smell and soft texture of the grass are nowhere to be found. The hard concrete floor hurts her back. The only thing remaining of that world is the butterfly replica in her hand. Hey, you're only being put on blast because you and another person keeps talking, like keeps arguing to each other, okay? Don't throw in backhand messages like that. Whew. I didn't start anything. You're the one that keeps bringing it up. I'm just chilling. We're all chilling here. You're the one that's just... Okay. The next day, when Yomichi wakes up in her room, she can no longer find the butterfly replica. So things don't really just... So she cannot really bring anything back. Well, she does have it briefly. But then, like, it's gone the next day. Is it because, like... I don't know. Maybe someone else in that world took it again? Now it's not with her anymore? The empty box is still on her desk where she put it last night. The lid is still closed and intact. But the butterfly somehow isn't there. It's as if during the night it came alive and magically escaped through the glass. This happens every time she brings back an insect replica from another world. The insect just disappears while she's not looking. She once tried to apologize for this to the person who given it to her, but she was met with laughter, so that was probably intended. Still, she can't understand what this is all about or where the butterfly has gone off to. She puts the empty box away into a drawer. She has a few of them already in there. She could throw them away, saying how the important part is the replica inside, but she stores and treasures them. After all, that is the only thing she can bring back from the world she visits. Now, those are proof of her connection to those places. One day, there will be a memento. There's no school today, so Yomichi wears the shirt that she just got yesterday and goes out. She's riding the train to her usual station, a large station full of people. It isn't even the largest station in the area and it's a bit far from both her house and her school. She has no real reason to go there. Ah, we're at Shibuya. The people going around town all have reasons. All have goals. Goals. Getting to work, shopping, having a secret meeting with someone. If she happens to sit next to one of them, that's nothing but a coincidence. She doesn't talk to them, she doesn't look them in the eye, and she overall pretends that they don't exist. There's nothing like students bullying a classmate by pretending he doesn't exist. When you're crossing the street and someone is approaching from the opposite direction, you step aside in order to avoid them so as to not hurt each other. That is what this is. She avoided everyone's gaze like an animal trying to convey that it isn't trying to threaten anybody. If anything, that is a way of connecting with people in itself. Kindness and avoidance even. At the same time, no matter how people she has around her... How many people she has around her, she always feels alone. Every single individual staring this space with her is actually living in their own little world. Just like life in general. Everyone is their own main character. She gets out of the station and into a smaller street where the buildings cut out some of the sunlight and most of the noise. Around here are fancy cafes, deserted thrift shops, stores dealing with unguessable goods, and multi-store buildings she'd never come here before. Despite all the walking she has done around the city, there still are dozens of streets which are completely new to her. She keeps walking under the buildings, shade while peeking into the windows of the many intriguing stores. She sees someone walk around the corner. She could only catch a single glimpse of this person. Who is it? But that glimpse was enough to surprise her. What's going on? That person looked like Madobe. Hey, yo, wait, what? Yomichi stops walking. Feels something familiar. Like when a world crumbles into dust before her eyes. She feels as if she's floating in midair. The world around her suddenly stops feeling real. But the day world doesn't crumble or disappear. The colors that seem to fade come back as soon as she blinks. She considered running after that person, but she doesn't. Madobe could never be in this world. It must be someone else who just happens to look like her. Maybe this person doesn't even look like Madobe all that much. But Yomichi felt like she does because of how much she wants to see her. She sighs and drops her gaze to the floor. She feels her throat clenching. This feeling of pathetic sadness brings her on the verge of tears. She needs that world so much so that she hallucinates its inhabitants, even in broad daylight. Walking in that street seems to flip everything on its head. The real world now feels like an illusion, a dream, a distant mirage. I'm not fine, she thinks to herself. He is addicted. Addicted to Madobe and all those other worlds. Those dreamlike worlds are starting to take over her reality. Escapism getting worse. Is escapism getting worse? With no effort, she keeps herself from just dropping down on the floor. After a while, she starts walking again. As she passes by it, she gives a quick glance to the alley that the Madobe lookalike walked in earlier. I wonder how many worlds has she visited already. It looks like she has visited countless. If she has been doing this for a couple of years already. Maybe she has done she's visited quite a lot already. But then I think she finds herself visiting the same ones multiple times. And then she starts to grow attached to like some of the worlds she visited multiple times. That's what I believe. It was a dark, damp alley with nobody in it. Back to the moon! Let's go! We're meeting Madobe again, I think. I wonder why I'm here. Yomichi asked to nobody in particular. She often finds herself asking that question. Whenever she is walking through the vast expanse of the moon desert, nothing but sand all the way to the horizon. The stars in the dark canopy above have nothing to lit. It feels like being the only person in the whole universe. But if Yomichi is on the moon, that means that there is a certain someone nearby too. Going through your philosophical phase? Madobe asked nonchalantly. Maybe I am. Whenever she comes here, Yomichi always runs into Madobe. She isn't trying to, after all. She still doesn't know how to get to that faraway city. And there aren't arranging it beforehand. But every single time, it just happens. Seeing her face is what makes this moon world feel complete. Dad, I think they're very good friends. I think they're very good friends. You know, they could be very good friends. I don't know. Are they really good friends though? Wink wink. Oh jeez. It's a difficult age to be at. Did you go through that phase too? Oh, I sure did. I'd be sighing my heart out even in deep dark nights like this one. Now, as an adult, Yomichi says, unsure whether the dark sky above her is indeed a nightly one. Okay, never mind. Madobe is an adult. I assume Yomichi is still a kid. Never mind. Do you ever think that was silly of you? Sometimes I think back to it and start laughing. Madobe replies while walking with long white steps. But you know, that's fine. This phase where you sigh night after night is not as long as you think. So who cares? Enjoy being a budding lady. Not sure enjoy is the right word. Spoken like a budding lady, indeed. Oh, shut up. Yomichi is shocked by how she can be so openly blunt. She and Madobe don't even know each other that much, nor do they have any ideas for what the other does except for these long walks together. I don't have any idea what you're agonizing over so much. Madobe keeps looking straight in front of her. It's not like we're here laughing our hearts out because we solve all our problems. Sometimes you're too busy. Sometimes you just can't do enough. But still, here we are. So I'm not trying to preach, mind you, she continues, but hey, things be what they is, you know. It is what it is. That's another way to say it. Yomichi does not, in fact, know. Have you actually been worried by anything lately? She asks. That sure is blunt. Sorry. Nah, I like your youthful honesty. Worries, huh? I'm up to my neck in those. Madobe raises a hand as if to start counting, but it takes her a good while before raising a single finger. For example, see, my favorite coffee shop just changed to some new beans. That's underwhelming. Yomichi wonders if the coffee shops on the moon are anything like the one she knows. All she has seen here is this desert. By the way, why do you come out here in this desert? What? Here? Just to walk? So far away? Well, yeah. Madobe sees Yomichi's eyebrow rising and starts laughing. Oh, I get it. It's nothing weird, really. It's like going for a drive or going to see the city by night. Same thing. Same thing? This desert? Girls who treasure their alone time love it. I treasure my alone time. But I don't know if I like it on the moon. I think the moon is a little bit too empty for me. Oh. This explanation isn't very convincing. But if Madobe since... How long does this game run? According to another review on Steam, this game runs for about 4.5 hours. But from the pacing of what I got so far, it looks like we can finish this in about 2. I genuinely have no clue. This game just came out yesterday, by the way, so there's not a lot of information, spoiler-wise. Give her the self-care package. Okay. Fetch. Oh, okay. Thank you so much. But yeah, I'm gonna try to finish this game today. I kind of want to do this whole thing in one sitting, just in case. This feels like it's another one of those shorter games. To be honest, it's not like games that will take like 9,000 years to complete. Even at school, the games and books popular with the boys made no sense to Yomichi. She tells herself that this is more or less the same thing. I'll stay awake for that. The two keep walking together, with just enough distance between themselves that they couldn't touch each other's outstretched hand, but barely. Okay. As if I can sleep anyway? Aww. As she looks at Madobe's blink, Yomichi remembers how the blink looked. Oh. Very, very vague. Okay. Alright, so wait. While we're at it, let me see if there's already like some spoilers as to how much I need to play through. It's like about 19. It's like about like a couple reviews already. So I'm gonna look through it fast. But it looks like the game won't take as long, to be honest. So yeah, this is where the for those of you, yeah, the reviews are at about 2 to 5 hours. Before we pass the desert, so bam! When I pick that up, there is a city. We can look into this more. Your Michi can see its lights, but she cannot hear a single noise coming from it. It could be because it's so far away. It's difficult to believe that Madobe actually lives there. We can emphasize on into city or lives. Lives. You live in that city, right? What's your job? What? That's a secret. You can tell me? I mean, it's more that it would be hard to explain. It's probably a job you don't know. Hearing this, Madobe's back slowly feels like it's gotten far, far out of reach. Let me grab the back. Job. Oh, I can also look into noise. Is the city as silent as here? No, not at all. It's so noisy. Noisy enough that I come all the way here to take my walks. Is that because there are so many people in there? Well, mostly it's construction sounds. The sound of the city is getting bigger. Not so soothing, isn't it? Yomichi remembers that there's a construction going on in the alley behind her house as well. Yeah, not soothing at all. Right? I wonder whose idea it was to have pipes and cables running through the whole city. It made the whole place so noisy. I'm not sure we're on the same page here. Okay. Alright. Alley. Okay, that's about it. How about here? Walks. Already looked into that. It could be because it's so far away, it's difficult to believe that Manobu actually lives there. Yeah. I feel like we're missing something. I'm having a feeling we're missing something here. People. Are the people in the city normal humans like us? I guess they are. I'm not sure what you mean by normal, but they're just like the two of us. Like, they're not immortal or anything? Oh no, I wish. I like being immortal. Oh, they're talking about immortality. Not sure if I like being immortal. Why not? I mean, what would I even do with all that time? Be free, fly around like butterflies. I wish I had some of what you have, Madobe. Oh my god, I think we found some words. I think we found some pretty I'm still thinking a lot. I feel like there should be more choices here. Lights cannot hear a single noise. Like, there should be more words here. Wait a minute. Back. Alright. Let's do something really stupid. As she looks at Madobe's back, Yomichi remembers how the butterflies look. Those are not... So this one word is not working out. But we did found all the keywords. That's not a lot of keywords that I wanted to. Walks? I'm just gonna elimination process. Nope. Am I missing something here, chat? Oh, wait. Madobe's butterflies showed you how the alley looked? Is that it? No? Oh, God. Okay. My head hurts. Ah! It's a riddle! It's a riddle! What riddle are we talking about? Is it... Can I move forward to the story, ma'am? Oh, God. Chat. I think I may need help with this. I may need help with this. Oh, my head hurts. One of this is labeled blue, so we basically have to use one of these. Help? Wait. Can you just not try every combination? Yeah, let's try it. Nope. 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 I feel like this makes the most sense, right? I had a feeling this makes the most sense. But like... head hurt. They keep walking together with just enough distance between themselves that they couldn't touch each other's outstretched hand, but barely. Is it okay? We cannot use the same words at the same time. Walks, alley, back, alley. Okay, yeah, the butterflies threw me off. As she looks at Madobe's back, Yomichi remembers how the alley looked. Okay, yeah, just don't pick anything that's in the blue. The blue threw me off. Madobe's back reminds Yomichi of the person she saw earlier in the day world. That can't be her. Madobe lives on the moon and knows nothing about the day world. She could never be in that city. But the butterfly replica did make it all the way into her world. Maybe, just maybe, she could bring Madobe back with her as well. Yomichi closed the distance between the two and grasped Madobe by the hand! Wait. Okay! She explains that she wants to try something. Madobe immediately agrees. So, what should I do? Her eagerness is as unexpected as it is comforting. Even if she's actually made it to another world, to her, that would probably only count as a fun little trip. Instead of explaining to Madobe what she's trying to do, she starts thinking of how to actually do it. If anything, she's the one who would like an explanation. Assuming Madobe could come with her, what then? Yomichi asks herself this question before replying to Madobe, but she still doesn't know. What then? Probably nothing. If she walked around the day world with Madobe, it would probably all start feeling like a dream. Like these worlds feel during her normal day-to-day life. Nevertheless, she wants to try. Not sure what I'm trying to do myself. She lets slip as she tries to answer Madobe. Madobe breaks in genuine heartfelt laughter. Of course you don't. You're a budding lady after all. Those words make Yomichi realize that she's not the only one to have ever suffered this. This indescribable feeling that is enough to make the way feel lighter. I guess you're right. Grateful for Madobe? Yomichi decides that she'll try anything she can come up with. Maybe that will help her understand her own feelings better. And it's not like there's anything better to do in this huge desert. They're being killed together! But deep down she knows that there's another reason why she's trying. She wants an excuse to give up and let go. Oh. Ooh. Ouch. Okay. Ouch. Okay. Alright. Alright. Okay. For the next few days after that, Yomichi tried everything she could think of. She tried doing all kinds of things in that short time between the moon world starting to crumble away and disappearing completely, holding Madobe's hand, holding onto one of the empty insect replica boxes together, even calling a friend from the day world and giving the phone to Madobe. Day after day, she tried everything from things that sounded plausible to the silliest ones, but Madobe just couldn't come back with her. When the moon world disappeared, Yomichi was always alone, seeing herself on an empty street. Without Madobe by her side, always filled Yomichi with too much sadness for her to deal with. Oh! No! She cannot be with Madobe! Oh, is this Doom Yuri? I have a feeling there's some sort of Doom Yuri going on. Thank you for the headbat. Thank you. Appreciate it. Now, Yomichi is out of ideas for new things to try. She finds Madobe laying down in the desert. Her long hair is full of sand. Normally, that would have you worried, but Yomichi just sits down next to her. She can see the city's blinking lights far away in the distance. Are there other cities on the moon, other than that one? He asked. Nope, that's the one. Is it big? Yeah, well, maybe not. I don't know how big the city you live in is, so I'm not sure how it compares. In my world, it's just city after city. And there's no desert? I guess there is, somewhere? Well, people haven't been living here for that long. The city will get bigger eventually. Maybe there'll be no desert left after a while. Really? Weren't you born here then? I was, but my grandma wasn't. Did she come here with like a rocket ship from another planet? I'm not sure. People probably came here from all sorts of places because they thought it was nice. Hey, have a good look! And when enough people came by, they founded the city. I wasn't there though, so I'm hazy on the details. Huh. Yomichi also lies down. The sand is soft enough to be surprisingly painless. It does kind of get in her clothes, but she has other things on her mind right now. They must have been really like this place to move all the way here. I wonder why. I mean, it's just a bunch of sand. Maybe they like how quiet it is? Apart from their own, there was no voice to be heard. There wasn't even the sound of the wind blowing. I take it you don't like it here? I do. I love quiet places. That explains why you come so often. It's not like I come because I want to. I can choose where I go. Yeah, makes sense, Madobe says before closing her eyes. But I bet you get to come here because you like it. I wonder. That sounds reasonable. That does sound right. I wonder. That sounds reasonable. Some of the worlds she visited before felt uncomfortable. But she never stumbled upon those twice. Yomichi closes her eyes as well. There isn't much of a difference between the endless black sky and the black of her eyelids. And then, silent tears start falling out of those very eyes. She loves this world. Being here feels nice. She wishes she could stay here forever. But it isn't her world. She has to go back and live in the day world. She knows it's true, and on some level, she knows it's the right thing for her. She can faintly hear the sound of Madobe breathing. She decides that this time will be the last. She came here tonight to say goodbye. Oh! Is it because she's too sad about not being able to bring the one thing she really cared about in this world, like Madobe, to her real life? Oh, that fucking hurt. Oh. Man! But there's no need to say goodbye in this quiet world. She could just disappear and never see Madobe again. Eventually, she could forget her. She could forget this world. She could forget all those other worlds she's in. And then she'd be able to grow up. Even she ended up recalling them every once in a while, that'd just be distant memories of a childhood dream. Slightly embarrassing, slightly pleasant. She waits without a word. It's even quieter than she expected. It's not as painful or as sad as she prepared herself for. A single tear. That is all. The silence of the moon's surface and Madobe's breathing give way to the city's chaotic noise. People talking, cars running, ads shouting. Everything gets fused together so much that she can make out any individual sound. It was a huge jump from that silence to this noise, but she likes it as well. Makes her feel like she's back home after a long journey. But she opens her eyes and she is in the middle of the city, under the night sky. Oh! Another MV. Okay. Alright, here we go. she sees Madobe again. Ah. As some people would say, they're very good friends. Reach the end of chapter 2. How many chapters is this then? Oh. Okay. Alright, wait. I need to look this up. That music is pretty good. I think like the story build up, I'm really interested with how this game is gonna go. It's very good. It hurts. The pain is there. Pain. The pain is real. Ouch. Alright. Okay. Oh, this is a nice song? Yeah. Alright. It looks like there's gonna be a lot more in this story though, so I'm going to call it here maybe? I'm going to call it here for today. I hope it automatically saves. Did I miss anything? You missed a full music video, bro. You missed a full music video. Wait, let me check if I press start. Do I have to start from the beginning again? Okay, no I don't. Okay, no I don't. Alright, it saves to the next chapter. Alright, good. But yeah, I'm going to most likely call it here. It looks like we just finished chapter 2, so we're gonna be here quite a while. Autosave clutch, I know, right? How's your impression so far? I'd say that I guess the store. I'll just review it based on the. Okay, I am emphasizing really hard on. I'm looking at it from just the story, the art, and the music. I am going to hardly emphasize on it. Okay? Alright? Good. The story, the build-up, I'd say it's starting to build up. From what I'm seeing so far, I think we're starting to get the build-up of the first chapter. We're starting to see basically of what she's really experiencing so far, what she really experiences on in these worlds, and then we're starting to see her thoughts about it, her purpose, and what she really wants from these worlds that she visited. Basically, it's like a way of saying like I said many times, escapism and all that, wanting to break away from mundane life, basically. The music, the OST, yes, it's very calming. I really enjoy it so far. Again, I think it's because it came from Kamitsubaki. Of course, they're gonna pull up bangers. Obviously, the art. I think I really enjoy the art as well. I'd say so far, I give it a 4 out of 5. I gave it a 4 out of 5 so far. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. I think the gameplay, I think they could probably try to make the riddles, make it consistently every part of the story they have this little riddle part, so that because they did say there's going to be multiple endings. I don't know where I haven't really figured out where the multiple endings part come from. Hello, hi Licky, welcome. I haven't really figured out where the multiple endings part kick in. Is it based on the riddles that we pick? Because some of the part of the riddles, they don't work out. So you just cannot throw in words like nilly-willy. And yeah. That's about it. That's all I can say for now. The MP production quality is really high. Yeah. You could say this is a. I think this is a very. I think I can see why like people who knew about this game. They're pretty hyped about it. I'd say the visuals and the music are like the attracting point. Because actually when I first heard about this game, it's actually from a newsletter that I got on my email, and it was like. And like from what I see from the art style, so I already like the art style in the first place. I like the art style, one. And then the music, from when I watched the trailer, I'm like, okay, I'm liking it. I'd say that I'm not the biggest in visual novels. So that's why you don't see me play visual novels. So already a game dev with very good music or music producer that happens to make games. So basically, the developer is Katheryne Persik. I assume he worked together with Amitsubaki Studio, who basically produced that. It's basically a record label that produces music. And Yokaze is an indie game label. So basically, he worked with like these two publishers to make the game. And I assume Katheryne Persik-san is also the one that wrote the whole story to begin with. But yeah, I'd say if you like chill music, if you want something to kind of like read after a long day, something to wind yourself down with, to make yourself kind of like feel like, feeling some type of emotion, but like it's like basically something you wouldn't read at a daylight. You wouldn't read this when you're like in the middle of the day. You would read this when you're like when you're done with work or after a long day. You want a game to chill with like a cool like a new visual novel with some pretty sick music videos and some calming music. I'd say Moonless Moon is one of the choices that you can go for. Which, by the way, you can get it on Steam. It's 15% off. I'd say it's like pretty cheap. According to regional prices in Indonesia, at the moment it is priced at 77k, which is about almost $5. $4 to $5. Yeah, somewhere around there. So, and this game just came out last night. So it is a fairly new game. But yeah, that's all from me. Thank you everyone for coming. I know what the frick. Why are the ads are on right now? I am about to end stream. What the heck? How dare they? I'll be sending everyone over. I'll be sending you guys to raid someone. Let me see who I can raid right now. Let me see if I can find someone to raid, honestly. Is there anyone I can raid right now? Anyone? You like more calm vibes, right? I'll send you guys to Dicey. I've been sending you guys to Dicey a little bit often. He streams art all the time. Dicey Flynn. I'll send you guys over to Dicey. He's drawing some art. I assume he's working on commissions and merch stuff. But speaking of which, him and a couple of friends are going to be boothing at Komifuro 19. If you guys don't know about Komifuro 19, it's basically a Indonesian anime convention held at the 9th and 10th November. So, and Dicey is going to be boothing there. So if you guys wanted to check out him and his booth friends, you know, for some merch, go to their pages and all that, and keep updated and all that. But yeah, thank you for coming. This will be my last stream for the week. I will be taking a break for the weekend. There will be a schedule coming out next week. There might be 2 collabs next week, I think. Yeah, and obviously, of course, I'm going to continue Moonless Moon as well. So please look forward to it. So, but thank you for coming. It's really nice seeing everyone, and I'll see you guys next time. Please stay updated for schedules coming out. I will be releasing it most likely on Monday. It'll either be on my Twitter, which you can check on my socials, and on my Discord, where you can check it out a little bit earlier than everyone else. But yeah, thank you for coming, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye! Bye bye! Bye bye! Otsubake!